So if you go to Singapore, there are few places that I do recommend you to visit, places that are not that popular on the tourist map, because as most of you know, and most of the tourists that visit Singapore, they go to Marina Bay Sands, which is a very interesting place. It's modern, it's stupendous for shopping. It has amazing views at the top of the Marina Bay Sands. They go to places like the Merlion statue that is actually under renovation at the moment. They go to the main harbor that is actually being renovated, and it will be actually developed into a new residential area. The new port is actually moving to the opposite side of the island. And yes, I think if you visit Singapore, these are some places. These are 5 places that you should visit. The first is the Botanical Garden. Yes, I think if you visit the Botanical Garden, you will really like it, because it has a lot of greenery, and Singapore is a concrete jungle, so it will be really nice for you to take some walks. There are some lakes that you can stroll, take pictures, see some ducks, some reptiles along the way, and it's fresh, it's cool. So I think definitely the Botanical Garden is a great place for you to go. And the second place I do recommend you to visit, highest point in Singapore, Bukit Timah. Yes, it's 164 meters high. It takes around 20 minutes to climb up the hill, but it's worth it because it's quite steep half of the way, and you can see locals, and it's actually on the quiet part of the island, the northern part. And the third place that I do recommend you to visit in Singapore is actually, believe it or not, the local supermarkets. Yes, there are some supermarkets like Fair Price and other supermarkets where you can see local shop, and you can also see the local products, which are very few, like some organic vegetables, fruit, but it's just interesting to see local products from Singapore, because Singapore is a very small island. But yes, there are some local products, and yes, they are not cheap neither, but they're interesting to see. So if you go to any local supermarket, it's actually interesting to see what they have available locally and what food is imported from other countries, because most of Singapore's food is imported from other countries. And the fourth place that I do recommend to visit if you go to Singapore is actually Santosa Beach. Yes, Santosa Beach is actually quite underrated. In my opinion, Santosa Beach is the best beach in Singapore because it's situated on Santosa Island. Yes, you do take the cable car, and yes, you can see amazing views of Santosa and Singapore itself. And I found Santosa quite quiet. Yes, there is the Universal Studios, there's the casino, but I think overall it's a very nice place to go, especially the beach. The beach is quite nice. There are some main islands you can walk. You can see the big ships far away, and yes, it's not bad for swimming. Of course, Singapore isn't the best place to go and swim, but I found Santosa Beach quite underrated. It's actually a very clean beach. It's man-made, but it's very nice, and I think it's a good place for you to go. Lastly, I think if you go to the area around East Park or the east of Singapore, the East Coast, I think it's a very nice place. It's quiet, you can walk, and there are many restaurants, and you can even go to the East Coast Beach. It's very nice to walk and just see the big ships, locals walking, and there are many colonial houses and buildings. It's pretty quiet. It's quite a nice place to go, unlike the area around Marina Bay Sands. The city center is very busy, but if you go to the eastern side of Singapore, it's quite quiet. It's nice to take walks. There are streets that do sell art, paintings and music, so it's quite an interesting place because you can also try local food. I highly recommend you guys to try local food. There are some noodles, there's chicken rice and a few other local Singaporean dishes. I highly recommend you guys to do try the local Singaporean food because it's quite nice, especially on East Coast and some more quiet areas of Singapore where you can try local food with quite affordable prices as well.